Imagine you had one shot to save your child, hitting an apple off their head with an arrow. Would you take it? This is the story of Wilhelm Tell, a man who did just that and changed history. Deep in the Swiss Alps, Tell wasn't just a marksman, he was the first action hero. His bow could hit any target, no matter how far, with deadly precision. But Tell's real strength? Standing tall against tyranny when others bowed. Back then, Switzerland groaned under Austria's iron grip. A cruel governor named Gessler ruled with fear and demanded total obedience. One day, Gessler stuck his hat on a pole in the town square. He ordered everyone to bow to it or face his wrath. People obeyed out of terror, but not Wilhelm Tell. He strode past the hat head high, ignoring it completely. Gessler saw this and burned with rage. How dare Tell defy him? He summoned Tell, his voice dripping with menace. "Bow to my hat," Gessler snarled, "or pay the price." Tell stared back, fearless, and refused to bend. Furious, Gessler hatched a twisted plan to break him. "Shoot an apple off your son's head with one arrow," he sneered. The crowd froze in horror. Could Tell really do it? Tell had no choice. His son's life hung in the balance. His boy stood brave, an apple perched atop his head. Tell gripped his bow, his hands steady despite the stakes. The wind whispered through the square as he aimed. He loosed the arrow. It sliced through the air like lightning. Crack! The apple split in two, and his son was unharmed. The crowd roared with relief. Tell had done the impossible. But Gessler's eyes narrowed. He spotted a second arrow. "What's that for?" he demanded, voice cold as ice. Tell met his gaze and said, "If I'd missed, it was for you." Gessler exploded with fury at this bold defiance. "Seize him!" he bellowed, and soldiers rushed forward. They bound Tell in chains, dragging him to a boat. The plan? Lock him in a dungeon across Lake Lucerne. But as the boat sailed, a storm roared to life. Waves crashed, threatening to sink them all. The terrified crew begged Tell, "Save us. You're our only hope." Tell grabbed the helm, steering through the chaos. He guided the boat near the rocky shore, then leapt free. Vanishing into the forest, Tell vowed to end Gessler's reign. He climbed the mountains, bow in hand, ready for revenge. Tell found a narrow pass where Gessler would ride through. Hidden behind a rock, he waited, heart pounding. Gessler appeared, arrogant and unaware of the danger. Tell drew his bow, aiming for the tyrant's heart. The arrow flew and struck Gessler dead in an instant. The tyrant fell from his horse. His terror ended forever. Word of Gessler's death spread like wildfire across Switzerland. Inspired by Tell, the people rose up against Austria. Villages and towns united, fighting for their freedom. Through blood and sacrifice, Switzerland broke its chains. Tell became more than a man. He became a legend. His statue stands in Altdorf, where he took that fateful shot. Kids grow up hearing his tale, dreaming of courage. Tell proved one person can spark a revolution. His story's been told in plays, poems, even operas. But it's more than a tale, it's a call to stand up. What do you think? Could one shot still change the world? Tell's mountains still echo his defiance today. He showed us that tyranny falls when courage rises. So who's your hero? Drop it in the comments below. Wilhelm Tell. One arrow, one man, one nation freed. Hit like if you agree.